Now we will see the first example where we will find the three address code for the given expression. So expression is like this: a equal to b plus c plus d. So what we have to do, step by step we will see. So first step, you need to see what kind of operators are present in the given expression. So in the given expression only plus operator is present. So there is no case of any higher precedence. Both are equal operators, but the precedence is decided from left to right. So they are left associative operator. So the leftmost plus will be evaluated first, and then the rightmost. So we will be finding the three address code for this. So let us say step 1 will be, we will find for b plus c, this expression will be evaluated first, and we will assign a temp variable t1 to it. So in the step 1, first expression is evaluated. In the second case, you can see b plus c is evaluated, we have to add d into it. So d will be added into t1, and the result of their addition will be stored into t2. Now step 3 will be t2 is computed. Now t2 is representing the entire expression. T2 is representing entire expression. So we will be assigning t2 to a. So this is how we have obtained the three address code for this particular expression. Let us see second example. Now consider this example where you are asked to obtain the TAC. Now the example is, first expression is minus a star b plus c plus d minus, within the parenthesis, a plus b plus c plus d. Now this is very lengthy expression, so we have to like divide this expression into multiple parts and then obtain the three address code for each and every sub expression or the statement. So let us start by looking at the operators present in the expression. So we have unary minus at first position, then multiplication, addition, subtraction, addition, and addition. So the higher precedence is given to the unary minus operator. It has the highest precedence over all the present operators. Then what two parts we can see here. First of all, we will see the unary minus expression is there, which is added with another expression. So we will be evaluating this part first of all, and then we will be evaluating the second part. So let us start with the first part. We have a star b in place. So a star b is written, and we will assign some temp to it, t1. But it is unary minus, so we can write like minus t1, and we will assign it to t2. So this is over for the first part. This part is like we have created TAC for it. Let us take the next part. It is nothing but c plus d, and we will assign it to, let's say, third temporary variable, that is t3. Now first part is prepared, second part is prepared. We will combine this entire expression. So it would be, first part is represented by t2. So t2 plus t3. So it will be t2 plus t3, because t2 holds the minus t1. So entire will be represented by t2, and this will be represented by t3. This is t2 expression and this is t3 expression. Both are added, and we have formed the t4 for it. Now consider the second part of the expression, a plus b plus c plus d. So for this we will create a t5, like t5 will be for a plus b we have created. Then we will move to the next part, that is c plus d, but c plus d is already computed, that is t3. So what we will do, we will add this t5 with already computed t3. So we will add in t5 with t3, and the result is stored in the next 10, that is t6. Now this is represented by t6, and this is whole represented by t4. So we will be simply subtracting t4 and t6. So t4 minus t6, and we will be storing result into t7. So this is how the three address code is obtained for the entire expression. Consider the next example. In this example, some control flow is given to you. So if a less than b, then 1, else 0. So how to obtain this? Just remember, if you use the addresses for such type of expressions, it will be easier for us. So let us start with the 100 address. Any random address you can use. So let us say at 100 we have statement if a less than b. Now this a less than b is having true and false part. So when it is true, we will be going to some we will be jumping to some condition where 1 will be evaluated, and if it is false, then we will be jumping to some location where 0 will be evaluated for the entire expression. So if a less than b, we are jumping somewhere, so go to statement I will write. Then let us say 101, if this is not true, then we will be going to 0. So again we will be jumping to some part, that is go to I have written. So instead of jumping, what we can write, else 0. So that means if it is false, then we will be directly evaluating, let's say t1 equal to 0. So any temp value will be assigned with 0 to it. That means when false condition is there, t1 equal to 0. Then 102, when this condition is executed, we will be coming out of the if block. So we are coming to some location. So I am just making empty parenthesis over here. So next 103. So when if a is less than b, go to. Now please remember, when you have if type of statement, assign the address to it and add +3 into it. So add +3 into this address and place that address here. So 100 plus 3 is nothing but 103, and at 103 just write down that condition, that is t1 equal to 1. I repeat one more time, when you have if type of statement, simply assign some address and add that address with 3 value, and that 3 value should be put into the go to statement. So go to 103, we will be having t equal to 1. Now go to what, once 0 and 1 condition both are evaluated, we will be having next statement at 104. So when you have the false condition, you will be simply going to 104, and when you have true condition, that is let us say t equal to 1, you will be again saying that go to 104, t equal to 1, and go to 104, and next statement will be here. In this way, the 3 address code can be generated for if then type of statement. Now consider this example where some relational operators are used. If a less than b and c less than d. So logical operators are also used. If a less than b and c less than d, then t equal to 1, else t equal to 0. So as I said, first of all, always start such example by giving some random addresses. Let us start with the 100. If a less than b, then go to. Now you can observe here, this expression and this expression is separated by AND condition now. So what is the property of AND? If first is true and second is true, then only it will go and execute the if part, that is t equal to 1. If one of them is false, it will simply go to the else part. So just keep in mind this property and go accordingly. So go to some random location will be there. I am keeping that empty. Then 101. If a less than b is true, then I am going here. If a less than b is false, then directly I am going to certain location where t equal to 0 will be there. So I am just coming out of the entire loop. Okay. If a less than b is true, then I am going to evaluate c less than d. If a less than b is false itself, no need to check the c less than d. I am directly going for this particular condition, t equal to 0, and that t equal to 0 will be placed somewhere at the what we can say, somewhere at address. Okay, so that address is not known, we will be filling that address very soon. Next 102, when a less than b, go to. Now we will be going to 102 where I am checking if c less than d. Now a less than b is true, then go and check the c less than d. So c less than d is at 102, so I'm putting that address. If c less than d, go to. Now what I am going to execute, I am going to execute t equal to 1 condition. So what I'll do, I will simply write some address here. Okay, so next is, now in the next part, this part is true. If this part is false, that means this is true and this is evaluated to false, then again I am writing some go to condition, and with this, if this becomes false, then also I am going to a condition where t equal to 0 will be evaluated. So let's say next 104. At 104 I will be having this t equal to 1 condition. When this C less than D is correct, I will be going to 104, and at 104 I will be having t equal to 1. When t equal to 1 is executed, go to the next statement after the if block. So we will be filling that address very soon. At 105, what I will have? At 105 I will be having t equal to 0 and go to the next statement. So 106 will be the next statement, and when t equal to 1 is evaluated, I will go to next statement after if block, and when t equal to 0, again I will go to the 106. Now when c less than d is true, go to the 104, t equal to 1. When c less than d, it will be false and it will going to execute the t equal to 0, that is present at 105. So in this way you can create the TAC for expression having a relational operator as well as some Boolean operators or logical operators. Now let us understand how we can have the expression and convert that expression into 3 address code and represent that 3 address code into the quadruple, triple and indirect triple form. So let us take this example. So in this example, again just observe the operators present and see what precedence they have. So among these all operators, this raise to or the power of operator is having highest precedence. So we will be evaluating that first. So I am just creating the temporary variables for it. So e raised to f will be stored in t1. So now this part is evaluated. Now next, multiplication operators are appearing 2 times, but go from left to right, left associative. So just go for this b star c. So b star c will be like taken into t2. Next we will be having, see, when we go left to right, this division operation is very important. It has the highest precedence. So divide this result b star c, that is t2, divided by e raised to f. E raised to f is t1. So we will write t2 divided by t1 and store the result into t3. Next we will be having the operation, go from left to right, we will be having multiplication. So b star a will be stored in t4. Now go from left to right, now plus is remaining and this plus is remaining, so this will be having highest precedence. So a plus the entire expression divided by, so it is t3. So it will be a plus t3 and like store it into the t5. And last one, we have this expression entire as t5 and this b star a as t4. So it will be stored as t5 plus t4 and we will be storing into t6. So 3 address code for the given expression is obtained. Now from this we will be finding quadruple, triple and the indirect triple. Now let us find the quadruple for the given expression. So quadruple is having 4 major fields. First one is operator, then argument 1, argument 2 and the result. I have intentionally given the location, so that will help us to, in the next formation, that is in the triple and in the indirect triple. So location part is added and you also add that location column, but majorly quadruple, if you are asked to explain the quadruple, then only 4 major columns are there: operator, argument 1, argument 2 and result. Now for the sake of understanding example, this location column is important. So let us start with any location value. Let's say location value is 0. These are the index values basically. So at 0, just get the 3 address code and put that 3 address code into the table. So first is t1 equal to e raised to f. So t1 is the result. So t1 is the result. Argument 1 is e, argument 2 is f, and the operator is raised to. This is how the first column is filled. Then for the t2 is the result. Then b is the first operator, c is the second operator, and it is multiplication. It is at location 1. The next location, that is location 2, third code, that is t3 is the result. So t3 is the result. First argument is t2, second is t1, and both are operated by division operator. Let's say third location, fourth instruction, fourth 3 address statement is b into a. So multiplication is the operator, b and a are arguments, and the result stored is t4. Then fourth location, fifth statement, plus is the operator, a is the first argument, t3 is the second argument, and T5 is holding the result. And fifth location, sixth statement, T5 plus T4. So plus is the operator, T5, T4, and result is stored in the T6. So in this way, we have obtained the quadruple representation for the given expression based on its 3 address code. Now let us see about the triple. Now in case of triple, we have majorly 3 columns present. First one is operator, second one is argument 1, and third one is argument 2. So here a result column from the quadruple is omitted, it is not used. Instead of result, what is what the other thing is used? It is nothing but the location at which the previous result is stored. So you can observe the T1 result is stored as stored at location 0. So in the triple, that location is used, so as an argument for the subsequent or the next coming instruction. So let us see how we can represent the given 3 address code into the triple. So first is E raised to F. So first argument is E, then the second argument is F. So I'll just use E, then second argument is F, and it is operated by operator raised to, and it is present at location, let's say 0. Now next is B star C. So next is B star C. So location is 1, it will be B, C, and they are operated by multiplication. Next is T2 divided by T1. So here T2 divided by T1 is there, but where T2 is stored? T2 is stored at location 1. So use location 1 as the first argument. So first argument will be location 1. T2 divided by T1. So T1 is present at which location? T1 is present at 0 location. So 1 and 0 will be the arguments, and both are divided. So both are divided. This is your next instruction. Next is T4 equal to B star A. T4 equal to B star A. So simply just write B A star, and both are stored at 3. So the third location is written as it is. Next will be A plus T3. So A we have to write as first argument A. Now see the T3, where T3 is present? T3 is present at 2. So let's write that location 2 over here, and we have multiplication of both. So sorry, not multiplication, addition of both. So addition is written, and at last fifth, it is T5 plus T4. T5 plus T4. So what is T5? T5 is nothing but the 4. So for T5, write down 4. It is 4. T4 is represented at 3. So T4 will be represented at 3. And which operator? Plus is operated on them. So plus is operated on them, and it will be stored at 5. So this is how triple can be represented for the given 3 address code. You can observe quadruple as well as triple. Now we will see in what way we can represent this entire expression with the help of indirect triple. Now see the indirect triple, how we can create the or construct the indirect triple. So indirect triple doesn't store any of these arguments or operator or the result. So it is simply a pointer kind of relationship is held by the indirect triple. So whatever triple table we have, that is referred by using the indirect triple. So what we have this indirect triple basically stores the statement present in the triple. So what are these statements present in the triple? These statements are referred by the location. So just it keeps the track of location. So what is statement? Statement is, let's say 01, 02, 01, 02, 03, 4, and 5. These 5 statements are present in the triple. Now these 5 statements are presented by some array of objects. So array of object, let us say some address location is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40. Since it is array data structure, so array holds in a sequential manner. So data is stored in a sequential manner. So this array holds their respective address location. That is at 35, it holds statement 0 from the triple. It holds statement 0 from the triple. At 36 it holds the statement 1 from the triple. At 37 it holds the statement from 2 from the triple. At 38 statement 3 from the triple. At 39 statement 4 of the triple, and at 40 statement 5 of the triple. So in this way it stores the various statements present in the triple. So it holds the pointer kind of relationship, and it is simply referring the triple data. It is simply referring the triple data. So in this way the relationship is hold, and you can represent the indirect triple table like this, where the statement is referring the data from triple. So even if you change the address or change the sequence of accessing the address, so if I am accessing 35, if I am accessing 35, after that 37 and 39 addresses, but the 35, 37, 39, all the addresses are holding some location. So 35 always referring to the 0th statement of triple, 37 always referring to the second statement of the triple, and 39 always refers to the 4th statement of the triple. So this relationship will get preserved, and it will be used again and again. So this is how we have represented the quadruple, triple and indirect triple for the given expression. You can clearly see the result of all three tables for the given expression. Now see the next example, where we will find out the 3 address code for this, and based on that we will obtain the quadruple, triple and the indirect triple for it. So this is the given expression to you. Now as the first step we will be finding the 3 address code for this expression. So as I said, first of all observe what operators present in the given expression, and based on that decide what is their precedence and what associativity they are following. So let us start with it. So first of all understand the expression. Here you can observe the b multiplied by minus c. So this is unary minus operator. Here also we have unary minus operator. So unary minus is having highest precedence. So let us evaluate that first. So I will be creating the code for that, that is minus c, and I will be assigning it to temp1. Then I will be computing code for this expression, this particular expression, b star minus c. So it will be b into t1 and assign it to t2. Then create for the next part. So again I will be creating for, let's say, minus c, that is t3, and assign it to b. So b into t3 and assign that to the t4. Then just add this part 1 and part 2. So we will be adding t2 with t4 and assign it to t5, and finally the entire result will be assigned to a. So a equal to t5. So in this way we have created the 3 address code for given expression. Now what we will do, we will create the quadruple for this. So for the quadruple, as you all know, we are having 4 major columns. That is first is your operator, then argument 1, argument 2 and result, and the special column that we need to add is location. So we will be keeping track of location. So location we will mark, and along with the location what we will be having, we will be having operator first, then the argument 1, then argument 2, and lastly we will be storing the result. So in this way we will form. So first location, let us say 0th location. So for the 0th location, let's see, for the 0th location what we will have, first statement minus c. So when you have unary operator, the argument 2 is generally it is omitted, so argument 2 will not be there. So only the operator is minus. I'm keeping operator minus and argument 1 as c, and result will be stored into t1. Next location 1, statement t2. So t2 will be the result. I'm keeping t2 in the result column. T2 will be the result. Then we will be having B as a first operator and T1 as second, and they are multiplied together. Then next it is T3, and for T3 minus C, again minus C. Then next is third location, and T4 is the result. Multiplication between B and T3, and next will be T5. For T5 we will be having T2 and T4, and both are added, and lastly we will be storing that entire result into the T1. So sorry, A, not T1, it is A, so result will be A, and the argument for that will be T5. So first argument will be T5, since it is assignment statement, no second argument is there, and operator will be equal to, and it will be fifth location. So in this way the quadruple is obtained. Now we will see in what way triple can be obtained. Now for the triple we require what? For the triple only 3 columns are required. So triple will be having column operator, argument 1 and argument 2. So only 3 columns are needed, and the special column that we are adding is nothing but the location wala. So in this way just prepare the table. So first location we will be seeing, let's say 0. Now result column is not there. Instead of a result column we will be making use of the previous result, or previous location result. So location 0, what we will be having? Location 0 operator is minus and argument is C, and no argument 2 is there. Then location 1, what we will be doing? At location 1 star B and T1. Now T1 is at location 0, so T1 argument will be location 0, and B is multiplied with that location 0 argument. Now next we will be having, for the second we will be having unary minus. So let us see, unary minus, then unary minus C, and no argument will be present. Next we will be having for 3, for location 3 star B, T3 and T4. So star will be there, B will be there, and now T3. So what T3 argument is? T3 argument is nothing but, you can observe that T3 argument is minus C. The T3 argument is minus C, and minus C is stored at 2. So it will be B and the 2. Next will be fourth statement. Fourth statement is B into T3, that we have already obtained. Now next will be C, T2 and T4. So where is T2? T2 is at location 1. So T2 is at location 1. So location 1 is taken, and T4 is at location 3. So location 3 is taken, 1 and 3 is taken, and their addition. Now fifth, at the fifth we have T5 and A. So for T5 and A, what we can do? First argument is A is assigned to T5. Now T5 is present at 4. So T5 is present at 4. That is why I am using the fourth location. So in this way the triple table can be constructed. Here no result is there. Instead of that, the earlier statement's result is, or that location, result location is utilized here. Next we will see indirect triple. Now for the indirect triple, again only 2 columns are needed here. So we will be drawing 2 columns. One will be the address or instruction we can say, and second one will be the statement. So first one will be the instruction, and the second one will be the statement. So instruction holds the address, so any random address, let's say 35, 36, 37, 38, 39 and 40. These address location I have specified. Now what statement is stored? Indirect triple will be holding a pointer for the triple locations or triple statements. So triple statement location 0 will be stored at 35 address. This is nothing but the array of addresses or array of objects, and each object is pointing to the entry present in the triple table. So 35 location will be pointing to the statement 0 in the triple table. So 36 instruction will be pointing to the record 1 of the triple table, 37 record 2 of the triple, 38 record 3, 39 record 4, and 40 record 5 of the triple table. So in this way we have created the 3 address code as well as represented that 3 address code using quadruple, triple, and indirect triple.